What's up guys, it's Legend X Ronin, and today I have another topic video for you guys. In today's topic video, I want to discuss the possible finishers that could return in Mortal Kombat 11. As you guys know, with the reboot of Mortal Kombat back in 2011, they brought back the return of Babalities, while Mortal Kombat X brought back the return of Brutalities. So I'm interested in what finishers they'll have in store for us in Mortal Kombat 11 when it's released. So I hope you guys enjoy this topic video, and if you do, don't forget to drop it a like to help support this channel. Let's see if we can get this video at least 100 likes, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe and notification button to keep up with all things Mortal Kombat 11 and to help this channel reach its next milestone of 10,000 subscribers. Okay, so as you guys already know, one of the biggest things about Mortal Kombat is the different ways you can finish off your opponent once you defeated them in combat. The most basic of ways, of course, is a fatality, which has been a staple to the series since the very beginning. But over the course of the Mortal Kombat series, they've added in many different ways you can finish off your opponent. From fatalities and stage fatalities, to brutalities and stage brutalities, to animalities and faction kills. They've even implemented in different ways to end fights with babalities, friendships, and harakiris. With the huge variety of ways to finish your opponent in Mortal Kombat, it really makes playing these games fun. All that being said, what finishers could they have in Mortal Kombat 11? So far in the new timeline, we've seen fatalities, of course, stage fatalities, babalities, and the return of brutalities, which I felt were well received in Mortal Kombat X and definitely should be considered a staple to the series now. But along with that, they added in new finishers, which were stage brutalities and faction kills. That leaves us with the possible return of friendships, harakiris, and animalities. So I'm going to break them down and talk about the possibility of any of these three returning in Mortal Kombat 11. So first, we'll start with friendships. First appearing in Mortal Kombat 2, friendships had characters doing an act of kindness or goodwill instead of killing their opponent. Having not been seen since Mortal Kombat 3, I think that friendships could possibly make a return in Mortal Kombat 11. With all the kids and family members added into Mortal Kombat X, it's something I expected to see have gotten added into that game due to it being kind of weird, you know, to have characters like Johnny Cage killing Cassie or Jax killing Jackie, but it was never added in. Ed actually said that they thought about putting it into Mortal Kombat 2011, but it was also cut from that game as well. I think now is finally the time to give friendships their return in Mortal Kombat 11. I understand that the game definitely has much of a darker tone than what it did in the original timeline, but I could see it being, you know, kind of like a fun trolling way to defeat your opponent online. I mean, can you imagine getting your butt whooped online and instead of your opponent finishing you off, you see this?
CYRAX wins. Friendship. Friendship again?
I don't know about you guys, but personally I think that would be hilarious. They did have Babalities return in Mortal Kombat 2011, so I don't see why they couldn't have friendships. And I don't know if this is supposed to be a possible tease or anything, but my boy Kid Thunder also made a cameo in Injustice 2, so who knows, it could happen. Next up, we have harakiris, which made its first and only debut in Mortal Kombat Deception. They were presented as a way that the loser in the fight could finish themselves before the winner does. Harakiris were only in Mortal Kombat Deception, but I think that they could be a fun finisher for them to bring back in Mortal Kombat 11. With the huge competitive lead that Mortal Kombat has made since Mortal Kombat Deception with online play and tournaments, I think that harakiris would definitely add a new level of salt to the game. Getting your butt kicked is one thing, but if you can hold back on the salt by taking away from your opponent's victory, I think a lot of people would jump to perform harakiris. Could you imagine watching a Mortal Kombat tournament where people start using harakiris after taking an L? It would be pretty funny, and the fact that it's a race to see who can input the buttons for a harakiri before the person putting in the input for their fatality just makes it even more funny. With the series being as dark as it is now, I wouldn't be surprised to see harakiris be a thing for Mortal Kombat 11. Lastly, we have animalities, which made their only debut in Mortal Kombat 3. Animalities were interesting because they involved characters actually transforming into various animals to finish off their opponent. I personally loved animalities as a kid when I was playing Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and a lot of them seemed very cool to me, while some of them, even way back then, just didn't make any sense. That being said, I can see animalities making a return, though I don't think that they will be the way that they were before. Having characters transforming into random animals just seem kind of weird and goofy to me now, especially some characters who just doesn't seem like they would transform into an animal. It just seems off. And also with the way graphics are nowadays, it just seems like it would look really weird to see happen. I think that if they do return, they'll probably reinvent them by changing how they are, just like how they did with brutalities. I mean, have you guys seen what brutalities used to be like?
Liu Kang wins. Brutality.
Don't get me wrong, they were cool, but bruh, why do you have so many body parts? But I think if they were to reinvent them, then maybe it could be just finishing the opponent through animals within the stage of the game. Mortal Kombat X had a lot of animals in the stages, which you could easily have them used for this kind of concept. Maybe you could have them do like certain things within the stage to cause this, like anger the animal by hitting them or knocking your opponent into them, and then finally in the final round do it again and then the animal attacks and finishes them off. Or just have them defeat the opponent near the animal in the stage and then the animal will automatically attack them. I think this would make the most sense in terms of having animalities return in Mortal Kombat. It would be cool to see them find this new way to implement the stages in the fights even more. I mean, imagine defeating your opponent in the Kuton jungle in Mortal Kombat X and then that big snake in the background eats the opponent whole. That would be insane. Of all the possible returning alities from Mortal Kombat 11, I think that this one would be the one that I would be most interested in seeing them bring back. Well, those are just my thoughts on them possibly bringing back those 3 finishers in Mortal Kombat 11. If I had to take an early guess on the finishers that will be in Mortal Kombat 11, then I'll probably have to go with fatalities, of course, brutalities, stage fatalities, faction kills, and harakiris. Maybe stage brutalities as well, and even possibly a new finisher. Animalities and friendships would be great to have them bring back, but I feel like with the way that the series is going now, they're less likely to happen compared to harakiris. But you never know, NetherRealm Studios might just go all out and give us all 3 of them. But what do you guys think about these possible finishers returning in Mortal Kombat 11, and which one do you want to see the most? Be sure to let me know all your thoughts in the comments below, and just for fun, let me also know what's your favorite finisher in the series and why. But as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop it a like to help support my channel. Let's see if we can get this video at least 100 likes, I would really appreciate it. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at X Ronin to keep up with all things I do with my channel and join in our mini Mortal Kombat discussions. Also, I have a Discord that you guys can join for more Mortal Kombat discussions. I'll leave a link for it in the descriptions below. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to check out my other videos and subscribe and hit that notification bell for all things Mortal Kombat 11 and help this channel reach its next milestone of 10,000 subscribers. This is X Ronin, and I'll see you guys later.